everyone, Sandy here. Welcome to my channel. Happy 4th of July to those of you in the United States who celebrate. And welcome to the Country Craft Creations pop-up YouTube hop. There are 8 others joining me that are designers with Country Craft Creations. One of them is Tammy, the owner of Country Craft Creations, doing projects today and tomorrow for this hop. They're scheduled starting at 9 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time each day, Saturday and Sunday, and they're spaced 2 hours apart, so you can find the links to the others that are participating in the description box down below of this video. Just go to their links at the time scheduled and you can find their videos. Lots of fun projects for you to make, quick, simple, easy projects that are either 4th of July, patriotic, or perhaps summer. I can't wait to see what everybody else has created, and I will show you how to make this. This is a Folio, pocket Folio junk journal that I made just out of patterned paper. A lot of fun. I think you'll like it. Stay tuned. To create this pocket style folio, I am going to just make it out of patterned paper, and I am using the patterned papers by Country Craft Creations because they're linen, a Bristol cotton linen type paper, and I think they'll work really good for making a folio without cardstock. I have full sheets of the All-American collection from Country Craft Creations, as well as some scraps. I don't know if I'll need the scraps, but I do have these full sheets here, so you will need 12 by 12 papers that we're going to cut down. Let me get my mat here. I don't know why I didn't have my mat out, but I like to use the mat. Kind of keeps me in focus here. Now for the cover of the folio, I'm thinking I really like this Liberty here. And I'm going to make it 9 inches tall. So I'm going to take this 12 by 12 piece of paper, and over here off camera, I'm going to flip it and cut it from the top at 9. So it's going to be 9 inches tall. 9 inches tall by the 12 inches wide. So I wanted to cut that. And then I'm going to need 2 pages out of it. And let's see, like the red here. So I'm going to cut 2. I'm going to cut this. And I like this one, I think. I know it's cut apart, but I think it's going to work for what I want it to do. So take these 2, and I'm going to cut them down to 8.5 by 12. So 8.5 tall. So from the top, I'm going to cut the 8.5. And I do have my trimmer over here on the side, so that's why you're not seeing me cut that. So 8.5 tall, leave it at 12 wide. And the same on this one. It's going to cut off part of that eagle, but that's okay. From the top, 8.5. So you just look at your pattern paper and decide what you want to keep. Okay. So now we need the scoreboard to score our papers. So this one's the cover because it's taller. So I'll put the 12-inch in at the top. And I'm going to look at this and decide. I do want a space for gusset. So if I score this at 5, let's see, 5. I scored at 10. That's going to give me a little flap here on the side, right there. And then I'm going to skip over and score at 9.5. So that gives me a 1/2 inch there. And then here I want 5. And I'm going to score at 4.5. And see how I like that. I hope I didn't mess it up. So fold each one. So this is the outer part here, this away. Okay, so this makes our cover with a 1/2 inch spine gussets on each side. And open up like that, so it's 9 inches wide, tall, but it ends up being closed about 5 inches. Okay, so I'm going to check my center pieces here. This one's see if each one's the same or not. 4.5 and 4.5. Okay, so next I'm going to plant the pages where I want to score them. It's supposed to be outside here. And we'll get those scored and into the little folder. On both pages, you put your 12-inch at the top, and you're going to score at 4 and at 8. I've already done one of them. And then I folded it up kind of accordion-like. So this one is for the left side here. And this one's going to go on the right. So I'll fold it kind of like this. See how I like it. So this has got to go this way. And then the pocket holes in or out. So you can fold it either way that you want. It actually is supposed to fold this way. So that's going to go here. So for now, I'm going to put the scoreboard up until we get to the pockets. I want to get my punch board, my envelope punch board, and we'll do some punching for the pockets. Now, this one here, this piece here is going to be a pocket. So when you have it like this, where it's going to fold in and out, this one on the side is the one that's going to have a notch in it. So you just determine what size notch you want on yours, and I am just thinking how I want to do that. So hold on for just a second here. So I have decided I just want the single notch. So this is 8.5. That makes 4 1/4 the center. So 4 1/4. Yeah. So put this edge at 4 1/4 and just punch. So that gives me this notch here. That will become my pocket here. On this one, I really like having all this, and so I'm reversed this. This is going to be my pocket side. So I'm folding it like this. And my pocket's going to go here. So at 4 1/4, and I punch. So that's all I need punched right now. Now, if you don't have an envelope punch board, of course, you can use a thumb notch punch or a circle, half a circle punch if you want to. So let's assemble this right quick. Let me zoom out just, I'm showing everything. Okay. So here's the cover. This is the one that's going on this side. Now you'll see that I have space around it. I'm going to make sure you don't go over your fold line. So when we fold this up, get my glue bottle here. The side that's going down, you put your glue on the ends here across the bottom. Seal that up to make it a pocket, and then across this short end. Okay, Then we're going to take this, fold it up. This is going to glue down right in here, and I'm doing it so that I can kind of see. So we have about 1/4 of an inch from the top and the bottom, and 1/4 inch from the score line and the edge. So open this up, take your bone folder, oops, burnish down here on the bottom, along the fold where we sealed that up, and along the top. So that makes a long pocket there, and that folds up like that. And then in this section, this is going to be the pocket. So this side here is where the glue goes. The back side of the piece with the notch. So glue on the short ends, and then glue along the long end where the fold is. And then we flip this. This goes down. And again, we're going to make sure it's about 1/4 inch from the edge, from the top and the bottom, 1/4 inch from the fold. Open this up and then burnish right along where you put the glue down. And right along that fold right there, and then right up in here. So that makes the pockets here, and our pages are like that, and then our folio folds up just like that. So now we're ready to make some pockets to go here. You can put them anywhere you want on your folio page. You can do it on the outside or the inside. I think I'm going to put mine here on the inside. However, I did allow thickness here. So we'll see. Let's we may make more than 4. We could make, let's make 8. I'm going to make 8 pockets. Okay, so we set this aside, and then I will measure and give you the measurements for the pockets, and we'll get those made. I've cut my papers for 8 pockets. So you need 8 that are 4.5 wide by 4 tall. 4.5 wide by 4 tall. And then you're going to score each one, the 4.5 inch side at 1/2 inch and at 4. Turn, make sure you're scoring the bottom on your 4-inch side at 1/2 inch, because you want your pattern paper to look the right direction. So I'm going to go ahead and do all of that on all of these. So again, you put your 4.5 at the top, score at 1/2 inch and at 4. Turn it so that the bottom is to your left and score at 1/2 inch. So go ahead and do that on all of them. Okay, so we got those done. Now you need to take your scissors, and on each one, miter cut where the 2 lines intersect on the bottom. So it'd be here and here, like that, so that when you fold up your pocket, you don't have any interlapping back here on the back. This one here, I need to trim just a tiny bit more. Okay, like that. So you don't want any bulk. So that makes a pocket. So you're going to do that on all of them. Then you're also going to take your punch, and you're going to punch the top edge. So folded up, these measure 3.5. So halfway mark goes at 3.5 is 3 3 3/4. So I'll line up this left folded edge at 3 and no, that's not right. 1 3/4. Okay, 3.5. So 1.5 is 3. So 1 3/4. Get my math right. 1 3/4 right there, and punch. So that gives the notch in the center on that. So I'm going to do that on all my pockets real quick. Okay, so we have all our pockets made and we're ready to put them in to our folder. Now before we, folio, before we do that, I'm going to take my Crop-A-Doll corner rounder, and I think I'm going to use the 1/2 inch, and I'm going to round this flap here, just kind of finish it off nicely, and then also this other end of my cover like that. So now when this is closed up, both of the corners are nice and rounded like that. Okay, so we've done that. Now I know you're wondering, how is this going to stay closed? Well, you can make a belly band or ribbon or elastic wrap or wrap tie. I haven't decided yet what I want to do, but we're going to do our pockets next. So I like the stars, and I think I'm going to put one here. Now you'll notice that these are smaller than the flaps, and that's what I want. So you put your glue on the back side of the pocket attachment hinges on all 3 sides. There. And these are going to make pretty good little pockets that you can put photos in, or, you know, the tags. So I'm going to put one down here about 1/4 inch from the sides, center it the best I can here on the bottom, and I'm going to burnish it right here, right here. Make sure it sticks down good. So that gives us that pocket. Then I like this one, and I'm going to put it, I'm going to kind of leave that eagle there in the middle a little bit. So the same thing, glue on the back here. And line it up, kind of about like that. So they don't have to be exact and matching unless you just want them to be. So there's that pocket. Then on this side, I think I'm going to put this one up here and this one down here. So we add the glue. As you can see, this is coming along really quick and easy. It's just sometimes you need a quick project just because you feel like crafting, or you want to give it as a gift, or you've got some paper that you haven't used and you're like, oh, I need to use that. I don't know why that space is so wide. I must have misscored that one. Oh, I'm going to use it anyway. Okay, about 1/4 inch on the bottom. So it's pretty close to what the other one is, like that. Then when we open this up, you can decide where you want to put the pockets. So I was thinking I want to keep the Statue of Liberty, so I'm thinking I'll put one here. Here. And this section, again, about 1/4 inch from the sides, from the score line and the side, and the bottom of the page. And then this one could go up here. The glue off if there's any oozing out and burnish. So it folds in like that. And then we have these two. Kind of like that if we wanted to, kind of opposite of each other on the bottom here. So I'm going to put the glue here using the flags. I can see this done in lots of different fun pattern papers, different kinds of collections. Country Craft Creations has a huge variety of their own paper collections with this type of paper that works really well for constructing something without using cardstock if you want to just do the pattern paper. And you can find something for nearly every occasion, from baby to wedding and graduation, Christmas, Easter, spring, fall, Halloween, you name it. And her collections are always, well, unless they've sold out because they're so popular, are in stock. And if they're not, they will be back in stock because she has them printed locally. So if there's ever one that you can't find, there's a cute recipe one, cooking one, the Vintage Homer's Diner is a really cute one. Okay, so there we have all our pockets. And that is really finished, except for the decorating. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, add all my tags and fun things that I want to add, and then I'll come back and show you what I've done, show you my closure. But that's how you make a little folio, pocket folio, out of just pattern paper. Super easy. So I'll be back with the finished one in a little bit. Okay, so I have finished decorating my folio, pocket folio junk journal that I've made here for this hop, and I love how it turned out. It's really easy to decorate, add whatever you have in your stash, but I'm going to go over it with you so that you know what I did and give you some tips and ideas. So here on the front, the closure is simply a ribbon wrap. I took 3 pieces. I'll take it off and measure and tell you what it is. 3 pieces of seam binding ribbon, red, navy blue, and white. Tied them together on both ends. In the halfway point, I tied them together in a knot to keep them all together. They are not attached, so this just comes loose like that so that you can take it off. And let's see here. All together, that's 16, 32. Looks about a yard of each of this to make this. And I did crinkle it up. You know, I wadded it up, spritz it with water, and let it dry. Squeezed it, you know, got the real crinkly. So here on the front, I have a Tim Holtz clip. You can use any kind of little clip, a paper clip, whatever you have. This is cut out of the paper, a patriotic song in chorus. This is from some ephemera I have from Tim Holtz. So look through all your stash stuff, see what you've got. This Liberty's cut from the paper. These are some Graphic 45 silver flatback pearls that I had, a flatback pearl and white, a big clear rhinestone flatback. These are just little metal charms here that I had in my stash. I can't remember where it came from. Probably picked it up at one of the larger craft stores. May have ordered it from a little charm place online that used to, or I might have got it from Country Craft Creations. I don't know. These are some gears, just things from my shop that I find. I took some twine, tied knots on each end, and just kind of glued that on there to give it that look. The back is plain. My cover, of course, I used this Statue of Liberty because I love that look there. These are rounded corners. If I didn't do that tutorial, I think I did on my cover. So this piece here is just cut from the paper. It says Liberty. I inked it up, and it's held on there with that clip. Okay, so what do you put in a junk journal? Well, whatever you have in your stash that's junk. But I wanted some vintage military photos, and I didn't have any. Now, if you have some of your family or people you know and you can make copies of them, just do copies. These are just done with copy paper that I ran it through my printer. Then I matted them to, well, first I kind of wrinkled them up and folded some lines so it could make them look really old and inked them. And then I glued them to some of the scraps of the paper to kind of make them stiffer looking. So I have this one of an airman here, and then of a lady airman with her plane in the background. This gear type thing was from a package of Tim Holtz ephemera that I got from Country Craft Creations. These photos I found online. I just typed in vintage airmen, vintage soldiers, vintage seamen, Navy, whatever you're looking for. Then I also wanted, because it's kind of 4th of July and patriotic, I wanted some vintage fireworks labels and things like that. So that's what this is. I just went online, found some pictures, printed them up, cut them out and glued them down. This is Tim Holtz ephemera here. So of course this is all the paper. In my pocket, I just cut a piece of the paper from the collection. And these are 3 1/4 by 7 1/4. And then I rounded all the corners. I cut another piece of scrap of paper, just glued it on for a tab, rounded those corners, and that's another ephemera piece from Tim Holtz. You can make as many of these as you want and just stick them in your pocket there. Okay, so then this folds back. Now here's the center part. I really went to town decorating with this. I had a lot of fun. So I took bits of my ribbon that I had crinkled up and tied them the 3 in knots. These are all 3 tied in knots. And then these 2 I pinned through the paper with these red metallic safety pins. This one I just glued on. I didn't want to pin through the cover. These are sticker things I had in my stash. They may have come from a Dollar Tree. More of the metal, more of the flatback metallic graphic 45 pearls, some white pearls. This is another one of those stickers. So I cut out some of the stickers, I mean not stickers, but the stamps from the collection. Glued those on, inked them up, roughed them up some. In this pocket, I made a tag. All of these pieces are cut from the collection. You round the corners, punch a hole, tie some of that twine in there. So these cut aparts work great. That's what's in that pocket. Inked them all up. This one here, this paper clip holds a strip of those stamps from the All-American paper, and I just folded them up, accordion, and just stick them all down. I just thought that looked neat. I just hold it shut with a paper clip. I fussy cut out a flag from the paper, and I stuck it in behind this sticker here, which is like a little belt. And this is a stick pin, clear crystal looking stick pin that I stuck in there. Scrap of paper makes the belly band. And then back in here, we have tags from the paper, some more of the cut aparts, just a scrap of the paper where I cut it out where it says Liberty Bonds. So any of that kind of stuff that you can find, let me see if I can get that back in there. It was in there behind my pocket here. There we go. There's the pocket. Had to find the pocket. Having so much stuff in there. Okay, and they kind of stick out the top, and that's the way I like it for that. This side here, this was one of those vintage fireworks labels. Matted it to some of the paper from the collection. Just kind of roughed up the edges, inked it up, and that goes in that pocket. So you can add in, tea-dyed papers if you wanted to. I didn't. Some of your own personal photos. This pocket is the flag, and up in here we have this from the paper. So it just the ribbons and things just really decorate it up, I think, and really add to it. So then you open this up. This is from the collection, and I inked it up, wrinkled it up, and glued it down. This is one of the vintage photos I printed up. This one of the airplane I printed up, and I added a Tim Holtz ephemera piece. Over here, do I have anything in that pocket? I think that pocket's empty. Probably this tag probably belonged in there, like that. Okay, then this is from the Tim Holtz. This is cut from the paper collection. Little belly band, stuck a little piece cut from the paper. This one has a piece of the paper. I just folded it in half. And then I made a tag out of this piece. Added some of that twine. Love the Black Cat firecrackers label that I printed it on copy paper, the white paper for your copy machine, wrinkled it up, glued it down onto some of the regular pattern paper, inked it all up, made it look really real and vintagey. There's another cut apart, and then this one here. In this picture, I just held it on with the paper clip. This one here, I left it long. Love the Liberty Bell. So it's a piece of paper, just fold it in 3 pieces, just like that, inked it up, and that tucks in like that. So there's that one. And then here is another one of the strip of the stamps from the paper collection. I inked them up, made it accordion, just glued the back one down, and then just folded up, kind of wrinkled it up and folded the corner there and hold it on with that. And then this pocket here has one of the postcards from the paper collection. I just folded it in half and made another tag, another postcard, and another piece of the paper. It was a little long, so I just folded it on the end. And then I love this one with the Navy guys, the group picture, and I glued that straight down. So then this goes in the pocket here. And then this airplane just kind of tucks in behind. I think I had it behind this paper clip, but maybe I had it in the pocket. I don't know where I had it. Oh, I had it clipped on somehow. Oh, it goes in like that. Kind of turn it because you don't want it into the fold of the folio. But I just love how it looks like that. On this side, I have another label I made. I printed that up. Fireworks, Top of the Pops. This is made from the paper. Made it a tuck spot. Another one of those Tim Holtz gauges there. In this little pocket, I added a little pocket on the front out of some of the paper. It's just a flat pocket with glue on both sides and the bottom. Folded this up. I just, scraps of paper that you have that make it look interesting. And ink it up. This one has folded Liberty Union. This one I made into a booklet. Another tag and another tag here. So I have this one turned this way because it pokes out of the top of the pocket and you can see it from the other side, from the outside of the album, or the folio, I mean. So that is a small junk journal, pocket folio junk journal. It's got the 1/2-inch gussets here so you can put your thicker stuff in. And that just folds over. I love how that looks. And then you take this ribbon. Now, if you wanted elastic closure, whatever you want to do, you want to attach this on, you could onto the back. I wanted to kind of leave it like this so I can just tie it into a pretty bow. I love the triple seam binding ribbon. And once it's crinkled up, I love how it makes a bow look when you tie it like that. And then I like the Statue of Liberty showing, so I kind of pull it down a little bit on the back like that. So, simple, quick, easy to make. I hope you give it a try. It'll be great in any paper collection you want to use. This is for the 4th of July patriotic project that I made for our hop. This is the first tutorial video of this hop. There'll be 8 more. 2 of them will be live. The last one today will be live by Bonnie, and then tomorrow's will be by Tamara, and some of the design team members of Country Craft Creations have joined me in this hop that was planned by Tamara for Country Craft Creations. So I hope you're enjoying it. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. The links to the other channels that are participating in this hop are down in my description below. Click on show more or more to see that. All the links are there. You'll click on each one's channel at the time. Their videos won't be up on their channel until you see that time, and all the times listed are Mountain Daylight Time. You'll have to figure out when your time is. They're about 2 hours apart. So if you're watching mine during the actual recording, which was, I'm sorry, 9 Mountain Daylight Time, 10 Central Daylight Time, then in 2 hours, the next one will go up. So you click on that one and just come back and forth, make the projects as you want. They'll always be recorded for you. And I hope you have a wonderful and safe 4th of July if you're in the United States and celebrating. If not, have a great weekend. Appreciate you all so much. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.